So, in our today's video, we are going to talk about different kinds, different types of reflexive verbs. There are also verbs in Russian which are used in an intransitive manner. So, let's take a look at two examples. Он открыл дверь. He opened the door. We have он, the subject, открыл, the predicate, дверь, the object. And the subject and the object are different things. Дверь открылась. The door opened. Here we mean the door opened itself. So nobody opened it. It did it itself. In this way, we use the verb открываться. And it is a reflexive verb in an intransitive manner, used in an intransitive manner. Открываться, to open. Закрываться, to close. Начинаться, to begin. Заканчиваться, to end. Кончаться, also to end. Продолжаться, to continue. Подниматься, to rise. Опускаться, go down. Качаться, swing, and some others. So here, we mean that the object did something itself. For example, we can say фильм закончился. The film ended. Nobody ended it. The film ended itself. This might seem a little bit confusing for foreigners. This kind of verbs are common for the Russian language. And you need to practice. You need first to remember these at least, these verbs, and understand when the object does something itself, not somebody else, not a person influences it. So we do not need to know who opened the door. It just opened itself. Or something ended itself, and so on. Here we need to use these verbs, and they are reflexive. We can say открывать, but then we say what. Открывать что? What to open. Закрывать. What to close. Что закрывать? Начинать. What to begin, and so on. So we need an object after the usual forms, not reflexive forms. But when we use the reflexive forms, we don't say what we open or what we close. Something usually opens or closes itself. Also, do not forget that here we mean not only the imperfective verbs, but perfective verbs too. For example, открываться is imperfective. Открыться is perfective. Закрываться is imperfective. Закрыться perfective. Начинаться, начаться. Заканчиваться, закончиться. Кончаться, кончиться. Продолжаться, продолжится. Подниматься, подняться. Опускаться, опуститься.
Качаться, качнуться.
Фильм начинается в 8. The film begins at 8. Приключения продолжаются. The adventures continue. Приключения продолжаются. Another special type of reflexive verbs are the ones the meaning of which are connected with impersonal speech. Here, mostly we deal with feelings and the state of something. And the person affected is used in the dative case or sometimes even omitted. So here we usually say what we like, what we want. Couple of examples. Мне нравится классическая музыка. I like classical music. By the way, I talked about this verb нравится separately. It is very special. The construction is very special. And if you want to take a look at this class, you are welcome. Here, what we should understand is that the subject in English, I like, is not the subject in Russian. In Russian, we use the dative case of the person affected, the person who feels something. Here, that's why we say мне, not я. Because to tell the truth, here the subject of the sentence is what we like. Классическая музыка. It is in the nominative case, while мне, I, is in the dative case. Мне нравится классическая музыка. We can translate this sentence as classical music is interesting for me or makes me feel good. Ему хочется сходить в бар. Хочется. Хотеться is another verb which belongs to this category. Ему хочется, it's like he wants. We can say он хочет. Then on will be not in the dative case, but in the nominative case it will be the subject of the sentence, and here the feeling will be strong. But if we say ему хочется, it means he would like. So using reflexive verbs in such meanings can soften the meaning. Like here, ему хочется, he would like. Not he wants, but he would like. Ему хочется сходить в бар. He would like to go to the bar. Ей не сидится дома. Oops, a mistake. There shouldn't be the soft sign here. I'm a native speaker, but I still make mistakes sometimes. So do not worry. If you study Russian and it is very hard, just keep going. Stay strong. You are doing great. Okay? Anyway, so ей не сидится дома. It means that she has itchy feet. She doesn't want to stay at home. She wants to go out. Ей не сидится дома. Once again, ей. The dative case. Мне кажется, ты занят. It seems to me you are busy. Мне кажется, ты занят. And finally, type number 7, these are reflexive verbs used in the passive voice. Here I should mention that passive voice is not that common as in English. So we use passive much less often than in English. Here, when we need to use passive voice and intransitive verbs, we need reflexive verbs. Свет отражается зеркалом. The light is reflected by the mirror. Отражается. So passive. Текст переводится студентами. The text is being translated by the students. As I have already said, passive is not that common in Russian, so be careful. Quite often when we have sentences in English which are in the passive voice, in Russian we'd better formulate the idea in the active voice. For example, here студенты переводят текст. The students are translating the text. Зеркало отражает свет. The mirror reflects the light. Okay, that's it. Oh my God, a very complicated topic. Even for me, it was hard to explain. So if you feel a little bit confused, that's okay, that's fine. Don't worry. Just keep studying and it will get clearer, it will get better. At least try to memorize the verbs which I have mentioned in this video, because I tried to mention the most frequently used reflexive verbs. But that's it. If you have any questions, as usual, feel free to write to me. I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Also, do not forget to like this video if you actually liked it and it helped you a little bit. Share, subscribe, and see you in our next video. Bye-bye. Happy Russian and English practice! Пока-пока. Увидимся в следующем видео.